Beautiful, absolutely beautiful pores. Man, look at that. Hey there, Internet. Keeve here, and welcome to the Lawns with Keeve YouTube channel. And it is Christmas in June for me. On the 1st of June, this showed up, my new Billy Goat 18-inch plugger. I was not expecting this for at least another couple of weeks because it was on back order. I had originally thought early June, but then it wound up being like later on in June. And then I obviously got a notice that FedEx Freight was coming by. I'm like, oh crap. Because my whole plan was to level some lower areas around the yard and get everything taken care of. And then about a month later, I was going to aerate. Well, now it's changed. I really think we have some compaction issues. So I want to get a really good core aeration, and I want to pick up all the plugs and leave those holes empty and allow the grass to kind of breathe a little bit. Now that I own my own, and it usually costs between, about $300, $350 to aerate this yard. And I want to do it twice per year now that I don't have to, wait on this. I don't have to rent one. I don't have to pay somebody. Late May, early June is when I like to aerate. I don't like to aerate in April, May. This is northern Georgia. I like to aerate when the grass is like actively going crazy. And then once more, I would like to do in August if we have a rain spell or a lot of water to go ahead and do that. But this right here is a reciprocating aerator. So it doesn't have tines that roll on an axle or a drum. Those machines, to me, they pull you, and it's like, it's it's like you're there for the ride. All the wheels are completely independent on this one. There is like a 25-inch model that has a hydrostatic, I believe, that is self-propelled. But this one, there's a camshaft back here that spins and it lobes, and the tines go up and down. They don't spin, so they're constantly punching at the ground. That punching actually propels it forward as well because it's done at a slight angle. But this thing's massive, and it wasn't cheap. This thing was about $4,000. A lot of money. But I think worth it, as I want to be independent. I don't want to pay anybody to do anything. I want to do everything myself. And obviously, it's a write-off for the channel because, it's part of a business. So, I mean, it's a win-win, really. So the conditions that we've had, it has rained every day for about 2 weeks. That ended on Sunday. Monday, June 1st, and then today, June 2nd, no rain. So we've had a little bit of time to dry out. A lot of the areas that were a little bit saturated have dried out. It's nice and windy. So I think we're going to pull some really, really good plugs out of this. The grass is in just great shape. That highlighter green that we had from the Certainty in Celsius has kind of rebounded. So in preparation for the sand leveling, I was trying to get a bunch of stuff out to get before it. We put down some bifin. We do that once a month. We put down some propiconazole because we were getting dollar spot from all of that massive amount of rain. And it was about the end of the month. We also put out some Grub-X and some 24011 Heritage. I got a little bit left. This whole bag does 17,000 square feet and it was $35. It's Georgia red clay, so I like a little bit of potassium as well. It's always a little bit low on the pH side, so that helps that. And this fall, we're really gonna try to treat that low pH with some lime as well. You don't wanna do lime in the summer. This whole piece comes off, and this plate has a safety switch here as well. So if that isn't on there, it won't turn on. So you pull up on this handle right here, that pushes this pulley down. That engages the belt drive. This is a reduction gear. That's going to allow it to have a little more, I should say, torque. And you have a metal crankshaft here, just like a lobe. It looks like an old 4-cylinder crankshaft. And the tines are on it. And as this belt drive spins this, they reciprocate up and down and just punch up and down. So in the back here, you would just pull this lever down. That brings those tines down. I mean, it's very simple. I believe it's going to do really well walking a little bit slower, going around curves. It says it's mainly built, this 18-inch, to work really well in residential areas around a lot of curvy islands and little tight spots. So we're going to see how well that works. So a little update, as you can see here, public service announcement: do not use Celsius and Certainty mixed combo on your cool season grass. It's dead. The rye's dead, the fescue's dead, the bluegrass is dead. There's actually a few weeds that have looked to have survived, but our Bermuda is spidering in really well all throughout here. All right, we're at the display part of the yard, or the demonstration part of the yard, because it's just easier on camera, it's flatter. I have not touched this thing yet. I haven't even cranked the Billy Goat yet. So we'll probably try in the back there a little bit, get used to it before we start out here. But first we gotta get a nice crispy edge and a cut in so to get that height just where we want it. I just completely rebuilt basically my Revolution 26. I swapped out the reel to my backup reel. I completely redid the chains. I put a new clutch on it. I brake cleaned everything off, re-lubed everything like it is running like a champ. Crispy edges, crispy, crispy. This is what I love about the Ryobi 800 is its low idle is like crazy low. So you can still blow without disturbing your pine straw. This is the display part of the yard. We got to do a double cut. Get them stripes and checker patterns. See if you can see the stripes, how they're going that way. And then obviously as we start to change our angle, we get that in the opposite direction. So it all depends on the angle of the sun, whether you can pull up the checkerboard or not. I do think that a little bit higher cut is better. I think it's time, it's getting hotter in the summer, it's time to bring it up just a little bit. It's starting to float. The end of the month we'll verticut when it gets, you know, just before I go on vacation. We may do a height of cut reset as well, may do the video on that. Well, let's figure this thing out together here. This is the very first time we're running this throttle out of stop halfway up, full choke. Hey. Let it warm up for a minute. It's first time running. Woo. I will say on really loose dirt, even on a turn, you still can tear, as you can see over there. I definitely think this thing on a hill, not a great thing to go up and down a hill. I think we need to go sideways on the hill. Here's a core right here. This is that Georgia red clay. As you can see, we have this layer right here that we've built up with thatch and organics over the years. I haven't done a whole lot. I know some people who have been top dressing for years and it's like sand all the way down to here. Not in my yard. 280 pounds and no self-propelling without the tines hitting the ground. This is a little bit of a workout right here. First thing we need to do is mark our sprinklers. Not that I don't know where they are, just the simple fact that I may totally forget and run right over one and be a very expensive mistake. There is one around here somewhere. The grass has hidden them well. I think this is it right here. Yep, that's it right there. There you are. I don't know if you can see, but right up the road there's guys that are walking around selling pine straw. They probably had a job, had some left. I will say this thing on a hill, it's going to roll back on you. So if you need to stop it, you can put the tines down. Just be careful to not mess them up, and they'll stop. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful pours. Man, look at that. You can see up here, much healthier grass. You can see the root is all the way down. We're gonna try to navigate a turn right here, see what happens. This is so easy. Another thing to be careful of is as you approach your edge, you want to be safe and pull the tines up before you get to the end. But if you stop and it's flat, remember these are sticking straight up and down. You have to push forward a little bit to allow them to pull back so then you can retract. Especially if you're going uphill, you're going down, the tines are going to be easy to pull up. But on that side, I have to lift and push forward a little bit and then lift my tines. Oh, this thing's heavy. It wants to sway down the hill. You have to keep it straight. Just look at that. We're just gonna use the snow shovel kind of stuff. It should be pretty easy to pick up. Oh yeah. Oh, look at those holes. Wow. Look at that goodness right there. Replant these all over the dang place. Oh man, this is beautiful. Like this stuff makes me so damn happy. Look at that. Now that's what the work machine's for. And we'll pull this one down. Now we can throw them in the side this way. Look at the holes. Look at these holes. Look how perfect that is.
Are you excited?
Yeah. Look, everybody, Mrs. Keeves on camera. I was going to pick it up with the catalyst, but I think I'm just going to pick it up with the snow shovel. Yeah, the shovel is the better way. A much wider shovel would probably be even better. I just take it, slide it, angle it, and I can just keep pushing. What a great use for these is the neighbor actually had an area that was eroding pretty badly over here, even though it's shaded. But all of these should help at least somewhat level it out a little bit. Still got to take care of all the shade that's in here though. So I know earlier I showed using this with a shovel. The blower's way better. I don't know why I didn't think about that to begin with. I guess it's brain fog or whatever, but I mean, everything looks amazing. Well, there you go. And you saw what you would think is the most strenuous part of the whole thing. Shoveling up the plugs was actually pretty easy. When you have kind of level like this, it just glides across at this kind of height. I would understand at a much taller height to be much harder to do. But the Billy Goat Plugr is freaking amazing. There you go. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Product tags for anything down in the description below. And I'll see you in the next video. Testing, testing, testing. I don't really want to hold. I don't know.
Great workout here.
This one requires signature.
Yes, sir.
I got 3 or 4 more of them coming too.
I'll keep an eye out.
All right, appreciate it. Got some good cores with that bad boy.
I tell you what, it was good. Did you buy that?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
With the YouTube channel, it's tax write-off, so
Yeah.
might as well. I mean, probably take 5 years to pay for it.
Yeah.
Versus renting one or paying somebody to. It costs them $350, $400 to have somebody do it.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
And they usually do a crappy job, and they never come when the weather's right. So
Right.
after that rain and 2 nice days of drying out, is this thing overheated? Hopefully it's recording. What's going on?
Anybody on a little scooter or unicycle or something advertising for pest control?
Not. There's some guys about 30 minutes ago came around trying to sell pine straw.
No, nobody.
But you know, that guy was here a week ago. Randomly on the little cycle, I said, I do my own shit. I don't need your stuff.
Okay, so he's here a week ago. All right.
Yeah, he's like on a little Segway or whatever it's called. Yeah. He was here about 3 or 4 days ago.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks.
No problem.